Good afternoon, Driven for Profits family. Today is March 9th, Monday. Rest in peace, Biggie. This is Biggie Day. What we're looking at here is the VIX. This is one of my favorite plays for people that are not familiar for what the VIX is. This is how volatility is measured in the market. This is a great indicator to see how the market is being affected by different events that are going on. And one thing that I will say is that Donald Trump brings the volatility to the market. No one brings the volatility like this man. But be that as it may, there's a play that I like to run when the volatility is high, like it is in this current market due to the conflicts. As you can see that it's around 27. It opened up around 35 this morning. With this play, volatility doesn't stay this elevated for that long unless it's a crazy situation, i.e. COVID or the housing market collapsing. But the volatility can stay into a range that is higher than normal. But in this case, I believe that we have dealt with situations like this before, dealing with conflict, unless we're going to put boots on the ground, but that's a whole different story. But the play that I like to run is when I see it spike to levels around like 35, 40. I look for options contracts that are around 30 to 25. And currently, as I'm speaking, the VIX is trading around 25.87. So I look for options contracts that are around that strike price, and I take advantage of those. I'm not going to say it's a guarantee, but it's a high probability trade when you are purchasing options contracts. So I would purchase a put contract for around 25 with the VIX, and I would go a few weeks out just to give myself some time for this play to happen, but it happens pretty rapidly. So that's one play. As we look at the SPX, which is the SPY, it hit a support level of 66.42, and it's currently bouncing off of that in the range going to 67.49. It actually cleared 67.49. I was looking at some options contracts for people that day trade, that like those 1 day contracts. I'm looking at one right now. Basically, the one options contract, literally, this one went down to 5 cents. It's currently trading at $15. Earlier, and I mean, just a few minutes ago before I started making this video, literally it was where was it at? Let me give you that up to date. All right, so it is 3:28, literally around 3:19. This contract was 5 cents. Literally was 5 cents. And it's up to, it went all the way up to about $17. So that's the power of contracts. I wouldn't recommend that, but it's something called a Lotto. So if you had to spare $5, something that's like a Starbucks coffee, you could have turned $5 to over $1,000, almost $2,000. Does that happen every day? No, but if you are constantly observing the market and you're marking up your charts, you know certain levels, you can come up on these type of plays from time to time. I wouldn't say this is an effective way to trade. However, as you can see, if you are feeling lucky and you got a what's $5, it's at right now as I'm talking, it hit $1,800. Ridiculous. It was a lot of trading going on, a huge volume going on with those options contracts between those there was a lot of options contracts, huge volume going on between that range. Lastly, I want to talk about Tesla. That's one of my favorite stocks to trade. It looks like the market has rallied. Tesla hit the 200 EMA, which is that large pause thick blue line. That's 200 moving 200-day moving average, and it looked like it gained some footing from there. And it's bouncing. It's currently up almost $4 on the day, and this is a good thing to see. So what I want to explain with this is that when stocks are going up, usually the volatility index, which is the VIX, it starts to come down, and vice versa. If the VIX is up, the stocks would come down. So this is just a little something that you can take a look at when you're doing your trading, because I don't just only drive vehicles or during a drive away. I like to do different things to diversify my income. So when I get paid, I'm gonna put it in the market, because it's a skill that can really help you, especially in these times. So that's all I have today. Those were the three two stocks and one no two indices I was looking at, and one stock I was looking at. Let me know if you guys want me to do these things daily or weekly to show you what I'm looking at, and let's make money together. Driven for profits.